Okay. Well, this is kind of awkward because I know too many of you guys on the sitting down. So let's get started. Hi, I'm James. With me today is Sean Ginneman from Android Enterprises here. We're here to talk about why you should partner with us to build and optimize your enterprise solution on Samsung Android. And more importantly, we'd like to share with you what we learned and how we have been building the core value to the enterprise ecosystem. With that, Sean and I will walk through some of the examples of our collective steps, what we have learned, and what we have done to build with our ISP ecosystem partners and latest developer tools and technical engagement that both Samsung and Google have provided on our latest foldable devices. Okay, so let's get started. Before I ask Sean to share more, let me first talk about Samsung and Android, how we have teamed up to enable stronger and more open enterprise ecosystem over the years. Okay. For the past 3 years, Samsung and Google have been accelerating our open innovation to the market with a shared vision to enable the best mobile experience for enterprise developers and business users. So today, the collaboration goes beyond how we build together, but how we market together as well. First, at the core product level, Samsung Knox and Android Enterprise optimize how our products work together for companies to secure, manage, and experience our devices from personal productivity to worker safety and beyond. So for example, today, Samsung Knox and Android Enterprise work profiles work better to simplify how business users work and play using our Samsung devices. Not only that, to help our IT managers simplify how you select our corporate devices, Samsung supports Android Enterprise Recommended Program since 2020 with more than 45 AER certified device models, including latest Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Flip 4. So starting this year, we're also working to improve how we communicate our enterprise customers with our partners in our marketing campaigns, and Works Wonder is a great example of this in Europe. You'll continue to see improvement in our marketing with you, our developers and customers and partners. So I'm super excited about this. So with that, let's get deeper. So I'm going to invite Sean to the stage. So Sean.
Awesome. Thanks, James. So, I think it's pretty clear, anybody who's working right now, we all, I'm pretty sure, have jobs, that work is undergoing a fairly fundamental shift. And we know that because ultimately, when you go and look at some of the data from folks like McKinsey, when offered, a recent McKinsey study found that 87% of employees, when offered the opportunity, would actually want to work remotely. And a national working paper from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that providing the opportunity for hybrid work actually reduced churn by up to 35%. So now is really the time for IT to rise to the occasion and build the systems required to meet users where they are. Now, the good news is that not only is hybrid work an opportunity to go and keep your best talent by reducing that churn, but also enterprises are rising to the occasion as well. A recent IDC survey found that 90% of enterprises actually expect to spend more on their mobile device investments, specifically to enable hybrid and remote work opportunities. So with work really increasingly happening from anywhere, the mobile technology that Samsung offers, the platform that Google offers, and really the applications that you build as developers offer the opportunity to support these hybrid work experiences as they become increasingly critical for organizations of all sizes. Now, we know that worker productivity doesn't just happen by giving out some devices and turning on some apps. We actually have to go through and design the right application experiences in order for those employees to be productive. And with more flexible form factors like Galaxy Z Fold 4 and Samsung DeX reaching the market, it's increasingly important. In fact, it's more important than ever to design these experiences that meet users where they are. Now, this could look like adapting your user experience from an at-a-glance phone view to a more detailed data-rich view as more screen real estate becomes available. It could look like improving upon multitasking experiences, making it easier for users to work across their applications, or adapting the experience when a device is standing on a table in flex mode. Now, the good news is developers of all kinds are building these sorts of adaptive experiences. The first set of applications that we saw were video conferencing applications, leveraging the unique capabilities of foldable devices to improve the remote work collaboration experience that is really critical for remote work today. And next, we started to see more traditional productivity vendors build new experiences, improving capabilities around multitasking and taking advantage of that expanded screen real estate. And now we're starting to see even more specialized application vendors building unique capabilities to service verticals like financial services. So we'll talk about some of the best practices for developers in a minute, but before I do that, let me go and showcase a few of the examples that we're starting to see developers bring to the Android platform. Let's dig in. First, let's talk about Bigin CRM. Bigin by Zoho is a CRM specifically built for small businesses and large enterprises alike, providing the right features and a less is more approach. It differentiates itself by helping sales teams automate their daily routines, allowing them to go through and reach out to customers and build pipeline views directly from their smartphone. In discussing use cases with the Bigin team, they decided to optimize particularly around multitasking, introducing enhancements around flex mode, note-taking, and drag and drop. And they've also seen the advantages that desktop mode can provide and are already starting to build enhancements around Samsung DeX. Now, anyone in financial services has seen the seemingly ubiquitous Bloomberg terminal. With more bankers and financial service professionals working outside the office, it's absolutely critical for those professionals to be able to access the rich set of financial data that they need on the go. Bloomberg has already built the Bloomberg Professional application to be adaptive, changing their application layout as the dynamics of the device change. They also support application continuity, so this allows the application to perform well on foldables when those devices fold and unfold. And they're already in the process of optimizing their broader UX patterns around large screen UX. And this hopefully will go and provide an improved user experience for Fold and Tab users alike. In fact, let's see a quick glimpse of what that experience is like with Bloomberg Professional on Galaxy Fold. Pretty cool, right? Now, equally, anybody who's actually gone and signed a document or executed a contract has probably used DocuSign. In fact, I know I did. I was not near my computer or able to ink sign documents when refinancing my house, and I've executed more than a couple contracts right now on my phone. And so, at the end of the day, DocuSign optimized for Android 12 and DocuSign and for Galaxy Z Fold 4 really allows end users to engage with agreements on large screens and make that really a joy to use. From dragging and dropping files into the DocuSign app for agreement finalization to the dedicated signature mode that DocuSign has built, DocuSign allows anywhere, anytime agreement conclusion and can really actually bring a much more immersive experience using tools like S Pen. In short, DocuSign's e-signature experience on Fold accelerates agreements and eliminates a lot of manual tasks, making it easier to go and get work done. Another great productivity tool is Wrike, which is a powerful project management tool from Citrix. It's really aimed at collaboration and task automation, and really another great example of an optimized Android 12 experience. It enables users to collaborate in real time with one another across their entire organization, eliminating endless email threads and copious check-ins. Wrike for Android has been continuously improved over the past 8 years on Android, introducing great features such as Gantt charts and AI to improve quality and usability, which is especially important in today's highly remote and hybrid working environments. Business users can take advantage of flexible layouts, receiving a work message in phone mode and quickly moving into tablet mode in order to review a design tablet and then finalizing that more complex project task on DeX. Other features such as multi-instance allows two side-by-side instances of the application to be used at one time, allowing you to compare project timelines just like you would on a PC. So, some really cool examples, and let me turn it over to James to talk a little bit more about the collaboration experiences developers are bringing to Samsung devices.
Thanks, Sean. So let me also share with you the work that we have done with BlueJeans by Verizon. So Samsung and BlueJeans have a long history of innovation. We like to make things better. So past examples include how we optimize Samsung DeX UI to transform our mobile device as a fully functional video conference experience to enable hybrid workers stay productive and connected from home during COVID. So that's not all. Since then, our partnership continued where it yields some very exciting enhancement that takes advantage of our latest foldable technologies. So unique to Galaxy Z Fold 4, BlueJeans customized large app experience that includes flex mode for hands-free mobile experience, multitasking with S Pen, and more call controls and enhancements are planned in coming months. So with that, let's have a quick look of this experience. So lastly, to highlight our openness, I want to close with our collaboration. Let me start again. Lastly, to highlight our openness, I want to close with our collaboration, including custom app development with IBM iX, and new use case development with 4 motors to meet critical user requirements. So whether in regulated or non-regulated industries, B2B customers need partners like Samsung and Google to co-innovate and accelerate our open ecosystem with technical flexibility to enable business benefits, meet compliance, and to enable employee engagements and safety and productivity. So with IBM iX, we started our co-innovation journey about a year before Galaxy Z4 was introduced to the market to really look at next generation productivity use cases in financial services. While working with the major financial institutions, Samsung and IBM co-designed a custom foldable experience with financial advisors based on their daily needs, pain points. So together we listened, we built together to their voices. So what we're showing you today is an output of our collaboration following many iterative design reviews. The process tested what the art of possibility and how foldable features such as adaptive UI, flex mode, dual screen, desktop mode can be optimized for high content-centric use cases like wealth management. Not only that, IBM iX integrated S Pen experience to enable more precise professional experience while working with charts, spreadsheets, and digital signatures. And by integrating S Pen feature into features enable data pop-ups when hovering over charts, dragging files between apps, translating handwriting to text, and even capturing digital signature for document workflows. Well, that's not all. IBM iX also integrated the custom app to personal appointments and client contact with commonly used apps like Microsoft OneNote and Microsoft Teams to extend personal productivity. It's a really great example of how IBM iX is innovating with our openness and flexibility with Samsung Android. Okay, so now to showcase our flexibility, Ford Motors and Samsung co-innovated worker safety using our wearable technology. So during early days of COVID times, we engineered Samsung Watch as social distancing device to keep Ford production workers safe while making ventilators to aid COVID relief. So by oscillating Bluetooth signals, our watches computed safe distance for workers. So the solution was really simple, but the process of problem solving with Ford was a really great learning on worker safety. So beyond personal wellness, so Samsung Watch and Android Wear OS will co-innovate how our enterprises adapt and manage wearable technology for employee safety and productivity, and this is really exciting time. And we'll continue to work with our partners like Harman, GoX Lab, Wemo, and many others to really innovate in this space. With that, so what's in it for you? So, well, first, we want to partner with you. Our ecosystem is always better together, so we really want to work with you. And second, as we have shared examples of how Samsung and Google are working with B2B partners and customers to accelerate our co-innovation, we want to do more with you to differentiate your solution on Samsung Android. Third, we have also shared with you how Samsung and Google are beginning to promote co-innovation with our partners, starting from our flagship product page inclusion, Samsung.com bundles, to Samsung global sales and local event inclusion. Today is a great example. We are here celebrating co-innovation with our partners at Samsung SDC event, so this is a great moment for us. Clearly, we want to do more with you to excite this market, and here's another great showcase of type of collaboration prepared with DocuSign on our Galaxy Z Fold campaign. So let's take a look. Okay, so we're in closing. So Sean, before we close, can you share a little bit about what our partners think about?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. Let's first talk a little bit about what we've done in the platform. Here at Google, we're super excited to see Android 12L, which is really the first major refresh of Android for tablets since Honeycomb was released, and I can't count that far back right now. Bringing a wealth of new features, including new system UI, innovative new multitasking features, improved compatibility tools for applications, everything needed to ensure that applications really work their best when those apps are running on foldables and tablets. But for you as developers, we've also introduced changes to Google Play. With those recent changes, users on form factors such as tablets, Chromebooks, and wearables will start to see their ratings specific to the device that they're using. So if you've put great investments into your large screen designs, our real hope is that other large screen users will be able to give their opinion to the users that have similar devices. To make it easier for you as developers to spot opportunities across device types and really track the impact of the development work that you're doing, we've added a new device type dimension to the ratings page in the Play console, and add a device type filter to your reviews so you can see how your tablet users are rating you or spot variances across device manufacturers. We've built a wealth of tools for developers to build great experiences. If you're looking for some design inspiration, I highly suggest that you check out the canonical layouts page of the Material.io site. It builds on the experience that James and I have had with lots of different developers and really showcases what we believe to be some best practices. So what about developer tooling? If you're new to Android or if you're looking to design and build new experiences, I highly suggest you start out with Jetpack Compose, which went GA last year. Developers like Twitter, Lyft, Square, and Airbnb have found that it makes it easier using Jetpack Compose to implement the design requirements of their teams while actually implementing less code to do so. There's lots more technical guidance for large screens at d.android.com/large-screens. And we know that devices are proliferating across households. In fact, you can see the sheer number of connected devices out on the show floor. Deloitte estimates that the average US household has 22 connected devices in their home, and Google really believes that it's time for developers to start creating experiences not just for each type of device, like a phone, a wearable, or a tablet, but actually experiences that work across these devices. And to do this, the Android team recently launched the cross-device SDK into developer preview. This SDK allows you to easily discover devices nearby and share data between those devices. Imagine being able to start a reading session on one device and continue where you left off on another. Or if you're a quick thumb typer like me, being able to go through and start a work order on your tablet and do all of that data entry using your thumbs. Right now, that SDK is focused on phone and tablet experiences between Android devices, but we hope to go and provide additional device types over time, and we really would love to get your feedback. Finally, for Wear, this year we launched the Google Health Connect API, designed in collaboration with Samsung. We've worked to reduce API complexity, standardized data schemas, and centralized privacy controls in order to make it easier and more efficient to build robust health and fitness applications. Partners like Withings and MyFitnessPal are already using Health Connect today, and partners like Samsung Health, Google Fit, and Fitbit are all adopting Health Connect. Developers can get access to Health Connect's common set of APIs for Android via Android Jetpack. And if you're looking for some code to inspire you, there's also some sample code available up on GitHub. So that's a ton. There's a lot of tools and enablement resources we're making available, and we really can't wait to see what you build. James, how is Samsung helping developers build better products and amplify the work they're doing in the market?
Yeah, sure. Sean, thanks for the great question. So in fact, Samsung also provides additional support for enterprise developers. So Knox Partner Program is a portal built for you, for enterprise developers, and it's a really, really great resource. Once you join, it provides technical support from Samsung, our engineers, and it supports Knox product and includes all Samsung devices. KPP also provides access to our remote test lab for rapid app testing on our latest Samsung devices. And for key partners, we also have fast-track ticketing process to make sure that you guys are busy working. Not only that, we also provide best practices, sample code, latest SDK, and it's a place where our partners can promote their solutions. And these services obviously is free to you, so our enterprise developer can just focus on innovating more. And there's something extra for wearable developers seeking to build custom algorithm on our Galaxy watches or need deeper access to our biosensor data. KPP also provides Privileged Health SDK, and it does require a simple approval step through KPP, but do check that out, and that's a really great way to engage our wearable devices. So you could see both teams at Samsung Mobile and Google Android Enterprise, we're generating excitement in the enterprise community. So it's time for you to join us.
Yeah, don't take our word for it. If you want to see some of the cool demos we've talked about on stage, those are out on the show floor if you're here in San Francisco. And we thought maybe you'd want to hear from one of our development partners. So we'll leave you with that. Thanks so much for the time and attendance.
Thanks, everyone.
Hi, I'm Carolina Rivera, Lead Product Manager at DocuSign. As large screens and foldable devices become more prevalent, we're seeing new opportunities to innovate and optimize the mobile e-signature experience. When the Samsung and Android teams approached DocuSign about collaborating, our mobile product team jumped at the opportunity to deliver unique value to our shared customers. That's why we're excited to show you some of the ways we've optimized the e-signature app on a Samsung device. It's more important than ever to keep business moving forward from anywhere. Now you can quickly drag and drop email attachments or files in Multiview directly into eSignature. We've also made it easier to sign with a stylus such as the Samsung S Pen, so you can seal the deal on the go. Additionally, our larger screen support includes a brand new home screen layout built for higher resolutions, an adaptive design approach that provides the same great experience at any screen size and orientation, an easier to navigate menu within the DocuSign app, and an exciting side-by-side view to compare documents on those larger screens. DocuSign is able to provide exciting new user experiences on the next gen of mobile and foldable devices. Our partnership with Samsung and Android has already generated interest in licenses for foldables, and we're looking at other areas to expand our collaboration. It's eSignature on mobile reimagined, and we can't wait to show you what's next.